And Brazil will be without its key forward and poster boy Neymar, who has been ruled out of the World Cup following a serious back injury. You're watching NTV at 1. Once again, a warm welcome. I am Mebo Kebirunji. The planned withdrawal of the UPDF from the war-wrecked South Sudan has elicited fears. South Sudan nationals and Uganda traders in the country say it might be too early for the Ugandan army to withdraw. These views were aired to lawmakers of the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee who recently visited the neighboring state.
Ugandan members of parliament on the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee recently visited the war-ravaged neighboring state of South Sudan, where the UPDF was deployed to shore up the fragile regime of Salva Kiir. During their visit, they met the Ugandan traders. The traders asked the army to delay their withdrawal until peace returns to the country.
When a problem comes, take action before you think of paperwork, because people are dying. You may take years to finish your paperwork. And normally the parliament challenges him on that. So Madam, as chairperson of the defense, report that.
We are really very happy once we see our flag, officers we moving with our flag. It inspires us. We always feel that sense of belonging.
The
UPDF withdrawal from the volatile country is one of the conditions that Dr. Riek Machar's negotiating team has demanded. The commander of the Joint Task Force in South Sudan, Brigadier Muhanga Kayanja, told lawmakers that the deployment in the neighboring state was largely aimed at nipping in the bud the reemergence of the LRA insurgency.
A very small group of LRA with its leadership, Kony, is still in Central Africa. And as you well know, Riek Machar here was a friend of Kony. So we knew that connection, if they take over here, the rebels take over, they will have Kony back in his former positions here. And he will come back to
South Sudan government officials who met the members of parliament from Uganda said the UPDF had replaced trepidation with hope.
Important that we come over to hear from the leadership in Sudan.
These uniformed people, they don't need to appear like they are orphaned where we sent them or where they are.
Those people who are funding the government of Sudan, who are funding and giving arms to LRA to destabilize us, see that they cannot strategically again arm these people when we are now sitting in Juba. Who's eager to intimidate us to say UPDF must pull and so on? And if we are not part of IGAD, then we'll leave IGAD.
The MPs will soon table a report on their findings before the plenary. Suhail Mugabe, NTV.
Property worth millions has been destroyed in a fire that gutted a dormitory at Chibuli Secondary School last night. As the news began to trickle in, parents stormed the school to check on the safety of their children. The fire started between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., although the cause has not yet been established by the police.
Not even police are certain of what caused the fire that destroyed property worth millions of shillings at Chibuli Secondary School last night. The fire is said to have started between 8 and 9 p.m. at the Senior 1 dormitory block when students were attending preps.
Around 8:20, we had the dua from first, so we are now a dua. So we had voices coming from this end calling us to save because the domes had caught fire.
We came in, fought the fire and managed to put it off. What I can say is that there is no cause for alarm.
As the news trickled in, parents rushed to the school to check on the safety of their children.
have a committee of only two parents like this. We go with you because you have already assessed damage. We look at that, we come and tell the parents that they move away.
No deaths were reported, though the school administration was disappointed with the slow response of the fire brigade.
Somehow we delayed to get the fire masters and fire brigade.
By this morning, the situation was calm as the school administration was over what to do next. The school authorities allowed parents to take their children back home. Solomon Kawesa, NTV.
How very unfortunate there. A court in Kasese has ordered a whole of impounded immature fish to be distributed to schools and other government institutions. The fish, estimated to be worth 300 million shillings, was estimated to be worth 3 million shillings. And residents of Rukoki village in Kasese heard the news. When they heard it, they rushed to the court for their share, only to be chased away by the police.
Gunfire rocked Rukochi village in Kasese town as residents thronged the premises of court to get a share of the impounded fish. This followed a ruling by the Chief Magistrate, Agatonika Mbabazi, that the fish should be distributed to government institutions and schools in the area. The trucks carrying the dried fish were escorted to the prisons, where a number of prisoners started enjoying it.
This one is going to assist them in their diet. They have been feeding on beans and posho, so they will have now more proteins from this fish.
The trucks were intercepted by the Renzori Fisheries law enforcement officers while in transit to Congo.
My brothers and sisters who dealing in immature fish, that we have already come out of the court. The court ruling has said that we can be distributed to prisons and individual.
According to Adam Semugabe, the fisheries officer, the trucks are believed to be owned by businessman Posiano Rakataka, who is wanted by police in Kasese to answer a number of cases filed against him.
Police in Buama sub-county in PG district has arrested a traditional healer identified as Bessie Nakayondo after one of her patients, Ronald Ruweza, died in her shrine.
Bessie Nakawoya was found in possession of a dead body in a shrine located in Nkubya village in PG district. According to eyewitnesses, Nakayondo is a tradition healer in the area, but often she conducts her work discreetly. She claims by the time the deceased visited her shrine, he was already in a critical condition.
There was melodrama at Iganga Central Police Station when a man suspected to have stolen shoes and other household property was allegedly bewitched. 20-year-old Christopher Walue, who had handed himself to the police, became restless and started crying at the station, complaining of a burning sensation in his ears.
Onlookers were stunned by the reaction of Christopher Walube, who broke down and appeared restless. This melodrama lasted several minutes as onlookers watched in disbelief. Onlookers were shocked when Walube confessed to having stolen shoes and other household items. One of the residents claims that his neighbor, who was a victim of theft, sought the services of a witch doctor to apprehend the suspects.
He stole a pair of shoes and clothes. The owner used witchcraft and eventually we saw him in that state.
Most residents say witchcraft will rid the area of theft.
I can't judge him for using a witch doctor because police had failed to get evidence.
The district police commander, Aban Wagaba, said youths should learn from this incident.
But the good thing, the fight is sanctioned from the hospital, and then came to court. Really, my message to the youth, please, you are still strong, you have energy, you have hands, go and work, stop stealing. The end result of stealing is death.
Police rushed him to Iganga Hospital after realizing that his condition was deteriorating.
We are now going to take a short break, but NTV at 1 continues shortly. Do stay with us.
Coming soon on NTV.
They've had their struggle, but that's about to change. They're 15 individuals with different backgrounds and one goal. They'll be tested to the bone with 3 professional trainers and supervised by a reputable medical team. Weighed every week where one has to be eliminated. If you want to be inspired, have a healthy body, and gain confidence, this is your show. Follow these individuals on their amazing journey because cameras don't lie. Burn it up, transforming lives as we create a healthier Uganda.
Coming soon on NTV. On the next episode, brought to you by...
At Orange, we know you want to do more on the internet. That's why we bring you happy hour day and night.
On the next episode of Kitchen Delight.
This week on Kitchen Delight.
And I'm hosting a friend of mine called Joseph. He's a chef and we're going to do a poached fish filling.
You need to put a little bit of energy.
Some energy. So we're going to marinate this like for how many minutes?
5 minutes.
And then just lay it. Our fish here will go for approximately 10 minutes, not more than that.
Our poached fish.
It's a poached fish.
Poached fish.
Set it there.
Set it a little bit here.
You know what I love about this dish is the vibrance of the colors. You see green, you see
I like
white.
playing with colors.
Be sure to tune in and you will enjoy it.
You can download movies at the lowest prices and never fast from Orange. Dial *133# to buy a data bundle. Happy hour changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange.
Welcome back. You are still watching NTV at 1. Now, the National Network for Older Persons of Uganda has petitioned the Speaker of Parliament seeking the government's recognition of the predicament of the older citizens of this country. They also want the government to give us assurance that it is committed to giving the senior citizens grants to provide a basic and reliable income to the older persons. Joining us on NTV at 1 to shed more light on this matter is Mr. John Orach, the chairperson for the National Network for Older Persons of Uganda. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. John Orach. So you petitioned the Speaker of Parliament on this matter. What exactly do you want her to know?
Well, what we want the Speaker to do for us is that a pilot project started 3 years ago, nearly 4 years ago, in 14 pilot districts where the government pays out. It's not really the government, it's development partners, yes, pays out a social grant to older persons of Uganda monthly. Now this is supposed to be counter-funded by government. The project is about to end. It is going to end in February of next year. Yes. And yet we are not seeing the government commitment coming up. So our petition to Parliament is, please know the plight of the older persons. Let government fulfill its part as it pledged to do when the pilot project started.
So what exactly do you want the government to do?
We want the government to roll out this project to cover all the districts of Uganda. Currently it is 14 districts.
Yes, 104,000 individuals are getting some money in 14 districts, but
14 districts.
Yes.
His Excellency pledged to extend it to the 15th, and to us that is the beginning of the rollout. So now we want a commitment from government to make it a reality, to effect it, so that it goes to all the districts of Uganda.
And you said the government has the capability to give the assistance to the estimated 1.3 million older persons in the whole of Uganda. Please substantiate this.
First of all, let me correct the statistics.
Yes.
This 1.3 million
Yes.
was as per the census of 2002. The population of older persons is rising very rapidly throughout the world.
Older persons, we're looking at what age?
60 and above.
Okay.
Yeah, you qualify. If you live there up to that age
60
and
and
become
above.
60, you become an older person.
Yes.
Now, throughout the world, that population is rising very fast. We take it now from estimates that there are nearly 3 million older persons. And we also know, with goodwill, government can and has the capacity to pay this. Globally, throughout the world, social assistance, pensions, is a right, is a human right. So we think the government should be committed in honoring this.
Okay, it is indeed. What can an older person do on the monthly grant of 25,000 shillings that is currently that they are currently getting in this day and age in Uganda?
Again, to put the records right, to some people, 25,000 shillings is peanuts. But you go to the rural poor, even 500 shillings is a lot of money. It buys salt, it buys pens, it buys paraffin, it buys matches. Now make it 25, and you can see the magnitude, the change it can make in the lives of the older persons in the rural areas. To them, that is survival.
Okay, in addition to the monthly grant, older persons, and especially those living in poverty, also need medical care. Are there any steps you're taking to address this need?
Absolutely, because apart from poverty, the other issue that really affects older persons is health. And you know, the older you get, the more you're prone to diseases. So
and the more money you need.
And the more money you need. And it's not only yourself, because even older persons are caring for a lot of orphaned children. Now this money helps them to get. And another thing is, these days, with the mobility, the younger people are running away from the countryside. So the older persons are left with a lot of children to take care of. So that money takes care of their health, takes care of the orphans, and takes care of their ability to produce. They have the land. They may not have the physical strength, but they can hire labor through that money. So that money does a lot for the rural people. And that is why we are appealing to this, our government. It is in the NRM manifesto, by the way. It is in the Constitution. It is in the Vision 2040. It is in the National Development Plan that assistance will be given to older persons. Part of social protection policy. Now, this is the start.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. John Orach. I've been speaking to the chairperson of the National Network for Older Persons of Uganda, telling us about the petition that they have presented to the Speaker of Parliament. We now join Agnes Nandutu for this week's Point Blank.
Proudly sponsored by
Skin God is for everyone.
His ears bite off.
Hey! I am the man who can just look at the woman and she gets pregnant.
You should leave issues of the generals to the generals.
You want another rap?
Yeah, Susie.
Bebe kurwabeyo kubanze wendi mukama yampa
We really appeal to Parliament to come up with an anti-alcohol law to save our youth.
Shut up.
I will not shut up, sir.
There is after bad for us here. Huh? In English.
But I do not even get what you are saying.
Okay. First wait.
Which message should I wait from a drunkard like you?
As for us, drunkard masters, you can't throw me here.
You are indeed a drunken master.
For us, we have our peace.
Is that what you call a peace? Tell me your name and go away.
My name is His Excellency, Honorable.
Okay, Your Excellency, Honorable, bye-bye. But I have information that some people are holding Ramadan prayers in a forest. What is your problem this time, Mayor Munyagwa?
Mulamo guli gumu Allah tuwonye government ya Museveni egende ate bagende bubi.
Isn't this treason? I don't think Muslims have that kind of prayer.
ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا.
Sheikh Nuhu Mzata, are you aware of Kawempe Mayor Mbaraka Munyagwa's strange prayers?
Kachirera Kawempe eri twakironda nga tukirondanga ekisajja ekikiramu tulaba byoza kiroza kivuka kisiramu Mubaraka Munyagwa Serunga mugati gwa bata ne kitufera ne tukiwa obululu bwaffe.
He really conned you, Sheikh. Now he is in the forest, burning red pepper, and other things that I really do not understand. Have you seen him, Sheikh?
Kigenda kisira ekitambala ne kireeta abafere banne baakyo bayaayo banne baakyo ne kibatwala mu kibira ne baleeta omuliro n'obubaani tukundo simanya bwakamulabi tugenda kusaba eggwanga lifa kale kisaba kyekyo nga bwekitunuulira kisajja kyaffe.
I also wondered, Sheikh, this man is indeed a disappointment.
Muslimu ani yagamba nti mulimu edduwe y'efitina? Ani yagamba nti Muslimu mulimu edduwe y'efitina? Ebivubuka ebyo n'obuuza byana by'abakazi babizaalira wa babizaala ddi?
Why are you disappointing Muslims in this period of Ramadan, Bwana Munyagwa?
Edduwa ze tugenda okusoma wano siza kusaaga abatula ate bazinyooma twazijje Tunisia zaakola Libya zaakola Egypt zaakola.
So what will happen?
Ogenda kulaba kana kabali ogenda kulaba edduwa gye tusomye ogenda kulya enkayana za Museveni n'embabazi nga zeeyongedde.
Have you heard him, Sheikh Muzata?
Nagenda kulaba biwanika emikono bizza wansi bwebiti bitunuza wansi duwa namna gani edduwa z'efitina bazisomya kamulali kyogera duwa z'efitina bazisomya kamulali inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un.
And to make matters worse, he is using the Holy Quran.
Era ndagambye omuvubuka amooto mu balanguzi mukwano gwange ngenda mugamba nti nkuwe sente onyingirize ekivubuka ekyo mu amalula kizanye ebyo.
Kawempe people really wasted their votes.
Bannakawempe mbakubagiza nti mulabye nnyo enkuba eyabakuba n'omusana ogwabokya nga mulonda ekirenzi ng'ekyo.
And I don't want to waste my time on Munyagwa. Wama honorables, tell me about policewomen who were recalled because they were pregnant.
It is our duty as women to bear children.
Don't you think policemen should also be recalled, Honorable Amongi?
They should keep their
Stop there, Honorable. This is a honorable house. Let me do it for you. They should keep their where?
In their trousers for 4 years.
Honorable, use softer language. Can you rephrase that?
No, preferably that you should zip the panties of men for 4 years.
Your last message to Afande Kaihura?
Kaihura aleka abachala bakube message.
Agnes Nandutu. Point blank.
Babakube message.
We work so hard, but we are never protected. But with Skin Guard, we are protected.
Skin Guard is for everyone.
Brazil forward Neymar has been ruled out of the World Cup after fracturing a vertebra in his back in the closing stages of the 2-1 quarter-final win over Colombia in a major blow to the host nation. He went down after a challenge by Colombia's Juan Zuniga in the 88th minute and looked to be in considerable pain after what turned out to be a cracked vertebra. Neymar, who has scored 4 goals in the tournament, will miss the semi-final against Germany in Belo Horizonte on Tuesday, and the final should Brazil progress. He's expected to be out for several weeks. Neymar was at the forefront of driving his country's bid for a 6th World Cup title with his goals and creative talent. The 22-year-old who plays for Spanish club Barcelona had to be carried off in a stretcher and was replaced by defender Henrique for the final minutes of the game. Brazil captain Thiago Silva, who will also miss the semi-final after being booked, refused to blame Zuniga for the injury. We have come to the end of today's bulletin. Do enjoy the rest of your day and keep it here at NTV. Good afternoon.
NTV, turning on your world.
Sometimes children have amazing ideas, but they can lead to tough stains. And for tough stains, there's new Omo Fast Action. Its super fast cleaning technology removes stains fast. New Omo, no one removes tough stains faster.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.